You're watching Missouri Western Television. This month we highlight some events that took place at Western over the summer months, as well as some big changes you may notice around campus. Stay tuned for the September edition of Western Reports. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mallory Edson. Each summer, Missouri Western State University transforms into Harmony University, a week-long program dedicated to barbershop-style performance. Barbershop students come to St. Joseph from all over the United States to perfect their singing talents. We spoke with Harmony's Director of Education about the experience students get during their short time at Western.
Welcome to Harmony University.
That tempo, the fire. The fire. Good. And this time, destination. The fire.
Okay, well, every year the Barbershop Harmony Society, of which I'm the Director of Education for the Barbershop Harmony Society, there are 25,500 men in the world that belong to our organization, and they sing barbershop quartet harmony, either in choruses or in quartets all over the world. And it's a fantastic, wonderful art form, and the guys participate in it as a hobby. Well, there's a very small staff located in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm a part of that helps run the organization for the men that like to participate. Because it's an interesting and wonderful art form, it requires some education to keep the proficiency up and keep our directors trained and keep all of our membership up to snuff, if you will, in our art form. We offer this Harmony University every year for all the barbershoppers, but especially directors and quartets, to hone their skills, increase their proficiency, and become way better musicians. Basically, it's done on a break-even basis. I mean, we have to charge the guys for room and board, and they cover their own transportation, and then they pay us a tuition, and we provide some of the best barbershop musical experience, in fact, the best in the world. I have a faculty of about 45 guys and ladies who are just superb, tremendous musicians, many of them professors in universities throughout the world, and who love the art form, love our hobby, and dedicate their time, a full week out of the summer, to come here to instruct. So we teach the theory of barbershop. The theory of our art form is a bit specific, and we teach history of what we've done. We get into the specifics of musical structure and how to arrange barbershop music. We teach there's three colleges. There's a director's college, there's a quartet college, and then there's Harmony College as a whole. Let's do that one first. Harmony College is basically for anybody that wants to come and just become a better musician. There isn't anything specific. There's no specific regulated track for them. It's just basically you can take a whole bunch of electives and have a lot of fun. So that's one of the three colleges. The Quartet College, already established quartets will come here for a week of intense and fantastic coaching. I've got some of the best coaches in the world here helping these guys get better. And I promise you, every quartet that comes to Quartet College leaves far superior than when they walked in the door. All week long, they're getting coached in every aspect of our art form. Third aspect, and I won't say most important, but it is a very important one, is our Director's College. You can't have a chorus without a director, and there's choruses throughout the world. We have 810 of them, actually, right now. Many of the directors are up and coming. Director leaves, they need to get a new guy. They want to be trained, and this is the place to do it. I've got that's a superb track to enhance, I mean, even already established good directors come to hone their skills and become better directors. The youth movement in the barbershop arena is just coming on strong. We got a lot of young guys that just love it. They love to sing, and a cappella harmony is really becoming bigger and bigger. And this next gen chorus is fantastic. I was just listening to them. Every 3 years, our art form works and is basically centered around a contestable setup. There are contests. The world is separated into 17 districts, and those districts all have contests, and the best of all of them come to our international contest every year. That whole contest and judging system is controlled by our contest and judging committee, and there's a tremendous amount of expertise there. Anyway, without going into the details of how we judge, our judges every 3 years get their badges taken away. They get decertified, and they have to go through a school and basically recertify again to make sure that they're consistent and they're judging like we're supposed to. So prior to Harmony University, there was a category school, is what we call it. That 3-year category school happened to come up this year. So those were the guys that were here when, now many of them are still here. About half of my faculty are judges that were standing there. I sang in it too, in that chorus that sang the national anthem. But what you had there were about 190 guys, all of them the judges for, now there was a couple of staff people like me, but most of them were the judges for the Barbershop Harmony Society were standing there, and they're pretty good singers on their own right. Now we all know the national anthem, so we didn't really have to practice it or anything. So yeah, that's who you got there. You got the judges took a walk over there, sang our national anthem for the ceremony for the building, and then came back into training again. This serves the whole world. The whole society comes here. The regional ones, that was just for like Washington and Oregon, Idaho, the areas up near. It was in Seattle. It was actually in Tacoma. But there are other ones. There's up in the Northeast. There's one in the South. The Central States folks around Missouri obviously will come here because we got the best one going for them. So Missouri Western is basically our home away from home when we come to do our intensive week-long training every year.
We'll be right back.
Do you ever wonder what goes on in the arts community in St. Joseph? There's a lot to offer, and Missouri Western's newest show, Art Beat, will highlight the cultural community in St. Joe. We'll bring you theater, music, museums, art, activities for kids, and much, much more. I'm Stacy Park. Please join me for Art Beat on Missouri Western Television at the times you see here. You can also watch us on the web at missouriwestern.edu/artbeat.
We're back with your campus news update. Students returning to Western this fall semester may notice some changes in the library. In late July, a series of bookshelves on the 3rd floor of the Hearn Center fell over, damaging 10 shelves and leaving fallen books across the room. We visited Library Director Julia Schneider for an update on the incident and what challenges students may expect this semester.
Well, Wednesday, July 21st was an interesting day here at Missouri Western because we had the grand opening for staff of the new indoor facility, and then right after we came back from that at 3:30, we had this incident with the shelving upstairs. And what happened was 360 feet worth of shelving, 10 ranges of shelving, fell over. We had student workers that had been shifting this summer in a shifting project, moving bound journals from some shelves to other shelves as we were making more room for new things. And so what we determined happened, there were 2 empty shelving units on the one large range. And just as the student picked up a couple of books, it was just kind of a fluke that the shelves became imbalanced, and that one shelf started teetering, and it eventually fell against others, and then it was like a domino effect. Staff called 911. I was very proud of the library staff. They handled the disaster just like we've planned to do if anything like this happened. They called 911. Emergency responders came. Several fire departments came. There were EMT people. Sheriff's departments came. There were also highway patrolmen that showed up. So we had a lot of emergency responders, but the main thing was to get the books away from the shelves so that they could pick up the shelves and determine if anybody was underneath them. So that was the effort, and it was quite a deal because we were so afraid somebody might be under there. They were bound volumes, so they're heavier than normal books are. They're thicker than normal books. So it took some time, and the response from the campus community was unbelievable. We had over 50 people from the staff, various departments from the staff, that responded and were over here moving books as fast as they could, offloading them from the damaged shelves to other areas on that floor just to get them away from that area so they could check for people underneath. The first item of business was to get rid of the damaged shelves. They had to be taken apart because some of them were so long. So they were taken apart. Our maintenance people were great, fantastic to work with them because they've been really busy with the Chiefs camp these weeks, but they worked with the damaged shelves and got them hauled away. Then the next item of business for us after the shelves got removed was trying to get all of the bound volumes back in some semblance of alphabetical order. The main thing that we gained from this, or we learned from this, is that we had a lot of responders that responded and responded so quickly, and we were so pleased. But we were also just overjoyed that no one was hurt. Nobody got a scratch. Even the student that was right there as the shelves started to fall. Nobody was injured. And so that's the main thing. We can deal with damaged materials. We can deal with damaged shelves. We can deal with lugging the books back and having to shelve all of those. Because it did involve almost 12,000 volumes. So that's a lot of volumes to have to deal with. But we're just really grateful that no one was hurt. For now, that floor where the bound journals were is closed off to the public. We'll probably have a closed stack, and when people find a book online that they need or a journal that they need retrieved from the upper floor, they can just ask a librarian to go get that for them. We won't have that floor open just to the public because we just have a lot of material sitting around, and it just really isn't safe to have the public up there. But we're going to try to accommodate students as best we can.
The Chiefs training camp has come and gone for this year. Here are some highlights from the opening, dedication, and ribbon cutting, where the general public was invited inside the Griffin Indoor Sports Complex.
In this building, we have a state-of-the-art training room, a state-of-the-art weight room, a locker room that's really as good as any locker room in the National Football League, and that's right across from the team's meeting rooms.
It should be an easy decision to choose Kansas City barbecue over the cheese. But to the entire community, congratulations on a job well done, and to the team, welcome back to the land of the free and the home of the... Thank you.
You know, there's several things that happen that every once in a while you just got to stand back and take a look at and just enjoy the moment. And this is one of those moments. You had such teamwork to put this all together, and everybody shared an important part of it. And I mean, as a representative of the city, I couldn't be prouder of a city, a community, and a facility. Clark, as representative of the city, I'd like to present to you the key to the city of St. Joseph in sincere appreciation of your contributions to our community made through the presence of the Chiefs Summer Training Camp by the Kansas City Chiefs. Thank you very much.
We're so excited to be part of the St. Joe community, and I know it means a great deal to our fans to be able to bring training camp back to the state of Missouri. We believe that the return of training camp to the state of Missouri will have a positive impact on everyone involved. Our football team is very excited to be so close to home, preparing for the season in what are truly state-of-the-art facilities. And I know that our fans are already having a great time cheering on their favorite team here in Mid-America. Finally, I'm optimistic that the Chiefs' presence in St. Joe will serve as an economic catalyst for the entire region and bring national attention to Missouri Western. This community has been home to Chiefs fans for almost 5 decades, and I can think of no better place than St. Joe to be the new summer home of the Chiefs. Thank all of you so much for your hospitality. Go Griffins and go Chiefs.
Believe me, we are one hometown university who is very proud to be the new summer home of the Kansas City Chiefs. We are bursting with pride. There are very, very few universities in the United States and very few communities that have this kind of opportunity. In our own backyard, we'll be able to watch some of the finest professional athletes in the world right here in St. Joseph, Missouri. Thank you very much for making that possible. It's great for you to join us on this special occasion. In the next 3 weeks, you will be joined by thousands of Kansas City Chief fans who will come to this camp. We're anticipating maybe close to 100,000 after the 22-day camp is over. And the biggest one of those fans will be a golden griffin who bleeds Kansas City Chiefs Reds. Thank you very much.
As we cut the ribbon, it marks the beginning of this new, not only opening this new asset, but this partnership that we have established between the Chiefs, the university, our community, but also, in some way, it has shortened the distance between Kansas City and St. Joseph. You know, prior to this, there were many people that in the Kansas City area, I know because I've talked to so many, that frankly didn't know where St. Joseph was on the map. And many felt compelled they had no reason to come to St. Joe. Well, with the help of the Hunt family and all the other stakeholders, we just took care of that problem.
I know that our fans are going to make it up here from Kansas City, and Dr. Vartabedian talked about maybe having 100,000 fans come through the gates over the course of the training camp, and I would think it would be an economic catalyst not only for St. Joe, but really the entire region.
Missouri Western has a large non-traditional student community, but a lot of these students experience anxiety about coming back to school. That's why this year, the Non-Traditional Student Center held an open seminar for students considering classes at Western. Let's check out what tips they had to offer.
Well, there were 11 new non-traditional prospective students attending, and I heard from all of them but 2, and they are all attending school this fall except for one who's going to wait until January. So out of the ones that I contacted, almost 100% will be coming to school this fall. So I think it's successful that they're coming to school, but even more successful in the terms that they received pertinent information about what it's like to go to Missouri Western and be an adult learner. I think the main pros of the Non-Trad Center have always been to give out information and hope and ease the fears of being older and coming to school later in life and thinking, oh gosh, I blew it, I didn't take my chance right out of high school when I was 18 and now it's too late for me. The main pros are finding out it's never too late to go to school, and also getting exact information about how to apply for financial aid, how to apply for admissions, how to find out about the majors that we offer, how to work the system that Missouri Western uses to help students enroll. So the Non-Trad Center also is in charge of many scholarships, and we're working with the community and networking to make sure that the community knows what non-trads are doing here on campus. We're combining forces with service projects from the campus and the community. We're showing non-trads how to network. We're also showing non-trads that when they work together they can have their own mentoring system to stay focused on school. I've been here on campus for 24 years, and back when I started there were always around 800 and 900 or in that range non-traditional students, and now we're up to 1,200 students that are non-trad, and out of 5,000 or 6,000 that's about a fourth of the population. However, it's important to realize that that's based on the age alone, age 25 on up, and yet there are many people under the age of 25 who are still non-trad because they have children, they've been in the service, they've been they're a veteran coming back to school, they're a dislocated worker under the age of 25. So the number is actually much larger when you look at the situation. It's always an exciting time to be part of a campus. There's always changes, and if you think that you want to voice an opinion about the changes, you have that opportunity. And this has always been a very democratic campus. The reality is there are quite a few budget constraints, and things are going to shift and change because we just simply don't have the money to take care of every single office or component or part of the campus as we used to do. But it's exciting when students get involved and share their vision and share their willingness to help. We have many people on campus that truly care about all students, and there are counselors in the counseling center to go visit with. There are people in the career services office to say, hey, look at my age and here are my strengths and talents. What can I realistically do with the rest of my life? They can go visit with the admissions counselors and get good information on how to start the process. They can also talk to academic departments and ask to speak to a professor, and if it's nursing they're interested in, or teaching, or business, ask to speak to a professor. What kinds of occupations can I do with a degree from your area? So you get to be a detective, and you get to write down the questions you would like answered, and then you start calling different places on campus, or you go online and find the different offices that will help you get those answers. But the main thing to remember is don't stop before you start. Have the courage to start somewhere, and you'll keep getting referred to other people who can add on to your information base. I think not having a non-trad centers would be huge, in that it would be saying that the campus has not given them a place to have a voice. So whether there's a person in the office or not, just having a place for non-trads is important, because students like to know that they're welcome and that they have a place.
For more information about non-traditional student services, contact the Non-Traditional Student Center in Eder Hall or call 271-4280. In the years since Western became a university, freshman enrollment has steadily increased in numbers. This year, over 1,400 students, both direct from high school and transferring from other colleges, enrolled in courses on summer registration day. Even more students were expected to enroll in the week before classes began. Of these students, nearly 1,000 were enrolled in Griffin Edge student orientation. We talked with some of the incoming students about their orientation experience and first impression of Western. Their answers are September's buzz.
I'm really enjoying my experience at Griffin Edge. I like it a lot. They showed me my classes, showed me where I'm supposed to go. They've helped me out a lot with a lot of nice stuff. I like it a lot.
I like Griffin Edge so far. I've had fun. I met some new friends and I made some new connections, so I'm going to get involved in like SGA and stuff like that. So I'm pretty excited and pumped for like my freshman year. I don't know, it's going to be pretty awesome. I'm pretty psyched.
Griffin Edge is actually a really good program. It gets freshmen. It's helping getting all of us freshmen integrated into college instead of just going straight from high school and expected to do all college setting work.
I really like it. It's really informative. Like, I didn't know where anything else was before, and so now going into my freshman year, I'll know where everything's at and like different groups and stuff that I can volunteer for. So I like it.
Oh, I think it's pretty much awesome. I liked all the events that we were having, and I'm having a lot of fun and meeting a lot of new people.
Here's your Money Minute with Matt Brock from Edward Jones.
Hello everyone. In this month's Spotlight, we're going to be focusing on investing in bonds. Bonds are a method for us to invest our dollars for future use, in which we basically are buying a debt instrument. They can be issued by a corporation, a municipality, or the United States federal government. What we are doing is lending our money to them for their promise to pay us a fixed rate of interest for a fixed period of time. Now, bonds can come in many different maturities, paying different interest rates, and sometimes can have specialized features, like an estate feature or a call protection option. So it's important to remember that as part of our portfolio, it is appropriate to own some bonds, but we do need to make sure that we understand how the bond is designed and what it is designed to do for us. Whenever you have questions about a particular structure of bond, don't hesitate to talk to your financial advisor. And as always, you can contact my office at 364-0614. Everyone, we'd like you to be aware that we do offer a monthly seminar at the East Hills Library here in St. Joseph in their theater, which is located on the lower level. Our meeting times are always from 5 to 6 p.m. The days are subject to change based on scheduling, and they normally will last about an hour. We do present pertinent and appropriate current investment topics and do open up the opportunity for question and answer if you have specific things you'd like some help with that perhaps we can build into a future seminar or presentation. Please call me at 816-364-0614 if you're in the St. Joseph area, or outside of the St. Joseph calling area. My toll-free number is 866-364-0614. If I'm not available, my associate Tammy Gwynn will be happy to answer your questions.
We're out of time for the September edition of Western Reports. Be sure to watch us on Missouri Western Television every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday at 7 p.m. and Saturdays at 10 a.m. or online at missouriwestern.edu/imc/news. If you have any suggestions for our program, please email us at television@missouriwestern.edu. New programs air at the beginning of each month. I'm Mallory Edson. Thanks for watching.